What's going on, people? Welcome to the live match reaction. Palace to Brighton 1. And honestly, I just have to laugh. I have to start this off with a laugh. What a game. I'm going to be joined by Lou and T. They'll be joining me in a few minutes' time. We thought we'll do it outside the ground. After that one, honestly, I can just laugh. I have to start the show off with a laugh. Incredible game. There's a lot to talk about. 2 red cards from Palace, 1 red card from Brighton. Despite the 9 men, not even 10 men, Palace managed to do the double for the first time since, I believe, the 30s over them. Incredible, very important 3 points. Injuries, Joel Ward in defence with Ben Chilwell. Like, it was a game which you never truly expected to end like that. Like, you can make predictions. You can say, oh, maybe that player will be subbed off and that could happen. But 9 men, Joel Ward back in defence? Absolutely crazy. I'll post a link as well. And then if you do want to call into the show, you can do so like that. As always, if you do enjoy the stream, please hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already done so. I'll go through the comments as well. As you can see, lovely blue skies. The sun is shining. 3 points. Another win. But towards the end of the game, I've never seen Sellers Park like, well, I have seen it, but it has been years since I've seen Sellers rocking like that. And the main reason for that is the players. So I just want to quickly shout out to the players and the manager, because I just feel like the unity within Palace right now is reflecting onto the fans. The stadium was absolutely rocking. Despite the 9 men, you would expect people to maybe be a bit nervous. I know you'd expect people to have a few chants here and there, but the whole stadium was up towards the end of the game. The whole stadium was up towards the end of the game, getting behind the players. And that's because of belief. That's the one thing that Glass has given us, that even with 9 men, we can get a result. We can still win. We managed to do it. It wasn't easy. There were some great performances there, especially from the likes of Kamada, which we can talk about, and then also the incidents as well. So yeah, it should be an interesting show. So I'll post a link right now. So if you do want to call into the show, you can do so by clicking on the link that is in the live comment section, and it's here as well. And then if anyone does join, I'll bring them on straight away. If not, we can get carried away with this. Animal saying, yeah, I've had to go for a walk. It is, honestly, we went for, well, they've gone to get food. And I thought, you know what, let me start the show right now. Let's not keep the people waiting. But like, you need a second to take it all in. I mean, where should we start? We'll start with the lineups, which was a bit of a surprise. Seeing Kamada start there. I think Lerma for Klein was the right decision after what happened against Southampton. We saw it. Klein was struggling. We struggled to play out from the back. Who was very direct against Southampton. We couldn't have any rhythm going. So Lerma going back to the defence, I think, even though he's limited on the ball at times, I think he's a better defender, more physical. So it made sense to start Lerma against Brighton. And I think he's done a very good job. Defensively. It was the Kamada shouts. What's Kamada going to do? Of course, Kamada playing in midfield. I can't remember the last time he started the game in midfield, but he's had very good appearances off the bench. Now, the question was, can he continue that for for us when starting the game, because that's different, coming on when players are fatigued. And I'm telling you now, I don't know about you lot, but I thought that was Kamada's best game for us. I thought it was best game for us since he joined the club. It's taken him a while, you could argue, for him to be settled. However, I think we're seeing the best out of him. And today, it'll be interesting to see what you lot thought about your man of the match, who your man of the match was. But I think Kamada must be up there. And I won't be surprised if some people actually do give Kamada man of the match award, because today he stepped in, and the main worry was, could he and Walton hold it down defensively? Are we going to miss that physical presence? But Kamada, he didn't look out of place. He was there. He done a defensive role. He done an attacking role. I was very impressed by him. And I'm happy for him as well, because his start of his Palace career was absolutely dreadful. Like, he could not get it going. However, right now, you look at him play, especially coming off the bench, and with starts like this, and you're thinking, is this the same Daichi Kamada at the start of the season? I think he's needed a bit of time, of course, to reach the levels that he needed to hit, to adjust to the Premier League. But I think now he's adjusted. Now to the Premier League. Let me bring on Tim. Tim,
Come on.
Tim, what a game.
I mean, what did
What
we
a
just
game.
witness? What did we just witness, D? Oh my
You tell
lord!
me. You tell me because you was doing the
Oh
watch
my
along. You
gosh!
was doing
I
you was
mean,
doing a watch along.
I mean, it was thanks to everybody who joined us for the watch along, but the stress was unbelievable, D. We were like losing our minds with the chat just watching it. But I have to say, I'm totally with you on Daichi Kamada. Like, can we just have a moment to understand that Daichi Kamada went 103 minutes? He went 103 minutes today, the whole way, and he gets Van Hecke sent off on 96. He's still going at 96, and he gets him sent off. I was so happy for Daichi, but I do have to say, I want to give him my man of the match, but I don't think I can. I think I have to give it to Dino. What a performance by Dean Henderson. So many big saves. So important, especially right there at the end. He makes another great save. I mean, he is the I don't I still want Will Hughes as my player of the season, but I have to say I have to give Dean Henderson a shout for player of the season. He has been so immense. I mean, what a game. And I mean, that lot really did. They threw everything at us, and I it does feel to me like that. I'm not going to get to Taylor. I'll come back to Taylor, but like just the chaos of that game felt very Palace Brighton to me. Like it is a
It
classic
felt that's like yeah, that's been like the most Palace Brighton game. Feels like in a long time.
in a
I
long
know there was like
time.
3 red cards, but like even the previous game, you would have a few tackles here and there, but the intensity was up there. In
Big
intensity, and
time.
the players understood the assignment. I think for both
Absolutely.
sides, for Brighton and Palace. And you saw it. I mean, there were 3 red cards, so that says everything.
That
But
says everything, right? Yeah.
yeah, but it was. Yeah, I'll have to watch along again and see you lot's reaction. But at the ground, Tim, it was absolutely like
I
rocking.
bet.
Like it was
I bet,
incredible,
man.
and I haven't seen that in a while. But let's quickly talk about the performance before we talk about the referee and the red card and the decisions. It's a
Sure.
massive 3 points. In the first half, Mateta. You know what? That was similar to the Southampton one. However, the difference is it didn't hit the crossbar. It
Yeah,
actually
it
went
went
in.
in. It went
What
in.
a finish and what a start to the game.
Yeah.
Exactly what you wanted, right?
Exactly what you want. And I have to say, I also want to give, Ebbs doesn't get really near my man of the match, but I thought Ebbs was terrific today. I thought, that ball that he delivers is just sublime. That's superb. And he had multiples of those balls, but there it is again. This is what we see from JP on his wrong foot. And it doesn't even matter. He's just like from kickoff, D. He had 2 shots. He went right away. The first one hits the side netting. The second one goes in. It's exactly what we want to see. Exactly what we want to see. Go right at them. And that really made a difference.
Yeah, it did. It did. And then after we scored the first goal, what did you think about the reaction from Palace? I feel like Brighton slowly grew into the game. I
Yes.
mean, despite that, I don't think they had that many chances up
Not a
until,
ton.
yeah, the goal that we conceded, I'll be honest, was disappointing.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I need to watch it back, but Eze, the way he lost the ball right
Mm.
before we conceded the goal, I just felt like he had 1 or 2 moments like that today. I can't talk badly about him. I can't. He has two assists for both
I
of the
thought he
goals that
was
we scored.
I thought he was quite good. And
Yeah, he
he
has assists. Yeah.
was defending quite well. The disappointment for me, D, is that Daniel allows. I mean, fair play to Danny Welbeck. He always does this to us, and he does get the position on Munoz. I think he rinses Munoz there, and he gets the goal. That was the one I was worried about before the kickoff started. We were on the watch along. I was like, I'm just I always nervous when Danny Welbeck is starting up top because he always gives us a problem. And he did again. Once
He's
again.
very, he's very smart. He's a very smart player. And
He's a
not just
very
like
smart
technically,
player.
but he's a very smart player. He knows when to press. And then after we concede a goal, going to halftime, and I'm thinking, what do we do next? Like, how can we
Mm.
change this game? Because The draw at halftime, I don't know about you, Tim. I felt like it was a fair result, to be
I
fair.
did
I don't
too.
think we created that many
Yep.
chances. I don't think
Yep.
Brighton created that many either.
Yep.
And then at halftime, it was like, what can we do? Because Hertzler, I think he was going to make a change,
Yep.
potentially tactical adjustments, and Palace were as well. But what do you think the difference was in the second half compared to the first half? Of course, there were three red cards, two from Palace. But
Yeah.
we ended up scoring a goal from Danny Munoz. Eze got the assist. What do you think it was,
I
if
mean,
anything? Do you think it was just a case of like individual talent? Do you think there wasn't that
no,
many
no. I think
changes?
I do think, there was a drop off in intensity where we were losing a lot of second balls in the middle of the first half, and then we picked it up towards the end of that first half. Then I thought coming out in the second half, the intensity went up again, and it stayed up for the rest of that second half. In fact, it got more intense as the game went on, which honestly that was really good to see. And I think that was the difference that leads to that goal. The intensity, especially pressing in the middle of the park. And this is where I thought Kamada was really excellent. He settled in right in front of the back line and he was picking off passes. Like they were really trying very hard to play through the middle and play right into the back line and get somebody free on the ball in front of Hendo. And there, I don't even know how many times Kamada was in there picking off that pass and turning it right over. So the intensity stayed up and the transitions were good. So I don't know if it's anything more than keeping the intensity up, D.
Yeah, I think so as well. I think we let Brighton keep possession of the ball, and that's a part of the game plan. It's not like they were passing around us; they didn't create that many chances. But when you look at the goal that we scored, it comes down to Eze once again. Eze gets on the ball.
It
It
was
was a nice
terrific.
pass, and to be fair, we did have a few half chances.
Uh-oh. D got cut out there. I'll keep us I'll keep us going for a minute there. Um yeah, but seriously, man, Durfra is saying 25 minutes and 9 men, but oh, there's Patrick. That boy. How are you, my man?
I'm good,
Patrick,
Tim.
can
How
you
are
hear
you?
me? I'm,
Yeah, how are you?
doing. Oh, man, I lost my mind during this game, and my heart's still beating. But
Yeah,
uh, yeah,
that was quite intense. That was quite intense. I'm not gonna lie, that was quite intense. But no, listen, I was listening to you guys in the background. It's a great win. Shout out to all the players that played today. Glasner, just terrific to get the double over that team, and the effort with 9 men. It was it was a great game. Great goals that were scored. Just
yeah,
highly intense. And I'm happy for T getting to go to this game is mad. I mean, of all the games to go to at home at Selhurst,
seriously,
up to that game. Good for him. So
yeah, seriously,
I,
man.
I think D's back.
There we go.
Yeah, yeah. What are you saying, Patrick?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you?
I don't. As I said at the start of the show, I don't know how I am, man.
I know a weird question. I know. How are you? Great.
It's like I'm happy, but I'm just processing everything in because it was just a
Yeah.
crazy end to the game. It was exciting, and hopefully we're not last on match of the day. We shouldn't be after that,
No,
which is going to be positive. But it's a massive win in terms
it
of
is
against Brighton doing a double for the first time I think since 1933. Maybe you got it.
correct.
32.
So, yeah.
Is it
So
33 or 32?
It's 33 in Division 3 South.
Got
let's
it.
just say this. I don't think anyone in this chat have witnessed Palace do the double over Brighton.
Not
So
even me, D. Not even me. So
it's,
you're right about that.
Well done.
it's a first for everyone. And overall, like the game plan, I think defensively we were great. And the fact of the red cards happening, the Sellers Park was amazing. Like Sellers Park was amazing.
Bet.
That's like my biggest compliment leaving that game. I think I give credit to the players, I give credit to the manager because I'm telling you, you don't get results like that. You don't get wins like that. I think that's the first time Palace have got a win. Well, pretty sure with 9 men in the Premier League. I can't remember us having like 9 men before. But it's
Well,
just even
against
when we had
Fulham, and we
nine
got
men,
battered when we last time we had
Yeah,
nine
yeah,
men.
even
exactly.
normally teams would have 9 men no, not 9 men, 10 men, and we would struggle to break them down. However, we were that team. We had 9 men, and despite that, Brian didn't create that many chances. Everyone still knew what they're doing, and what does that come down to? I think it comes down to belief. I think the players were all on the same page, and it comes down to the manager. I think it's a domino effect. Despite that, everyone still knew what to do. everyone still knew what to do. We had to quickly adapt, quickly adjust. At some point, Daichi Kamada was left wing back, I think, and then Chilwell was left centre back. Then you had Joe Ward there playing centre back. I'm like, what's going on? Like, how on earth did he reach this position? But
I know you guys. I know you mentioned it, but again, I have to give credit to Kamada. He was so good today. I know people didn't want him to play today, but he settled the game down. He made the most tackles in the game. He tried to get ball off the back three. He was so good, calm, collected. I get people wanted some more physicality in there, but you couldn't have that option with Hughes coming off the illness and the suspension plus Lerma, who by the way, Lerma again as a right centre back. Jesus Christ, how good was he today?
He was outstanding.
It made a massive positive. What do you think it was? Because for me, I think physically he's stronger, of course, than Nathaniel Klein. And we can talk about Lerma in midfield, but in defense, you know, the basic passes, I think he can do that role. But in midfield, when you're asking him to do the passes forward and at times he can lack there, I think it was a right decision from Glasner, and it proved out to be anyways, but based on his performance. But what do you make of Lerma's performance, Patrick?
I think he was great. I think a couple of things that make it a good performance. One, playing on the same side as Munoz helps a lot. Obviously, the teammates in Colombia, they know each other very, very well. That was massive. You could tell that helps. His physicality, his ability to leap, his heading ability is really good. He makes much simpler passes. I think he had, I think it was like 80. Let me look real quick. I think his passing was like 70, what was it? 80% passing today, which he normally doesn't have that high of a passing, you know, when he's playing in midfield. And he just knows the position. You know, he did it last year. Credit to Glasner last year. I know he played right back a few times for Bournemouth, but a right centre back is a little bit different. And again, because he did it last year and we saw he could do it, you know that he has ability. So I just think that, again, against a very difficult Brighton team, they keep possession. Their outside players, Minter, and then Adingra later on, Matoma. They're just tricky and dangerous, man. But credit to Lerma, man. To step in like that and put a job in like that today was absolutely fantastic today. It was great today.
Yeah, I completely agree, Patrick. And it's nice to know that we have him available there because I don't think there's going to be an appeal on Mark's second yellow. I thought the second challenge was a yellow. I thought the first wasn't, but it doesn't matter. I don't think we're going to be able to appeal that second yellow. But knowing that we can have Lerma out there and right center back, and Richards has been excellent when he's come in at left center back, he will sub in for Gay hopefully next weekend, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah. I think Gay's red card at the time, I was thinking, who on earth is going to play centre back? But Rich is coming back. He can just fit in there, and hopefully Lacroix looked fine. Even at the end of the game, he was up. He was cheering. With
I think
the
it was a
fans.
concussion, right?
Yeah. So I think it should be fine. Hopefully, it should be fine for the Man City game. And then if Lacroix is there, Lerma plays in defence, I think we should be fine for that game. But of course, let's talk about Eden Ketia. What on earth was that? 10 minutes or 15 minutes? I don't know how long he was out on the pitch for. First one, was it a dive?
Yes.
Yeah.
It looked like it to me. Yeah.
Yeah. He has to go down. There was definitely contact deep. He has to go down right away. He took 2 steps and then fell down. You can't do that. It's a soft yellow, but you can't do that. The second one, honestly, I feel bad for him because I don't think he even saw Van Hecker behind him when he meant to put his foot up. But you can't do that either. But it's just bad circumstances. But he's lucky we won that game because I know our fan base how they can get. I'm just glad we won that game because it's unfortunate, but the first one was definitely yellow and the second one was unfortunate, but again, it was also a yellow card, so it was a proper red card, unfortunately.
Yeah. Any concerns about him going forward? Maybe he'll just miss the City game, but I think we should be fine off the bench. Maybe like for one game we should be fine, but I know there's going to be a lot of added pressure now, Tim, maybe on him after that, because there's a lot of people that don't really rate him anyways.
I hope there is an extra pressure on him because I don't want to forget that coming into this game, he was starting to find form, and he is. I'm a fan of Eddie because he makes runs in behind. I do think he needs to. I don't know if maturity is the right word, Patrick, but it's some of the decision making maybe just needs to improve. But I don't fault his work rate. I don't fault his talent. I do think we want him, and I think he can be good for us. And so this just feels like an unfortunate situation. I hope we give him a break and let him come back into the side because I do think he can contribute. I believe in Eddie, and I think the manager believes in him.
Yeah, I think the manager does. And that's the most disappointing thing about it, because if you've noticed, he's getting more and more minutes off the bench now. Maybe around the 60th minute mark, he's coming off the bench for Mateta. And once again, Glasner gave him the opportunity. So it's very disappointing, the fact of how it ended. But it was like, it was just a head loss moment for the.
Yeah.
I think the first one maybe you could have done. There's no excuse for that. The second one, it just all happened so quickly. I don't know if you saw the player. I think the player came behind him. Is that right in saying that?
Yeah, you're talking about the second yellow
Yeah, yellow
for
card.
Nketiah. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, he does. I think Patrick has it right that he didn't see Van Hecke, and then he's. I mean, he's never going to not get a yellow for that, but it is unfortunate. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and then for the other subs, I think Chilwell came on around. What minute was that? 60th as well. Ben Chilwell.
Something like that. Yeah, I mean,
63rd minute.
63rd
minute he came on.
What's your thoughts on that? With the game, we were leading. I think we were leading at that point as well when he came on.
We were.
So it was kind of a surprise.
I was quite shocked, and I think even Ty Mitchell was quite shocked. His face was like he didn't know what was going on. I didn't understand that sub. Credit to Chilwell, he actually did a really good job, especially versus Solly March 1v1. But I was actually very surprised at that sub. I really was. I didn't understand it. We were up 2-1. We wanted to be more defensive. I didn't think Ty was tired and or injured. He looked very surprised when he got subbed off. I've never seen Ty react like that before. Not petulant, but he had a look on his face like, what happened? But listen, Chilwell did the job, but I was very surprised he came on.
Surprised, I was too, but I was delighted because Chilwell played absolutely fantastic. I thought he was excellent coming on. But yeah, in the watch along, I think both Alex and I said, wow, that feels pretty harsh to take Ty off here because he was great. Yeah,
he looked very good though defensively.
He was excellent defensively.
That's the problem with Chilwell that I've had when he's come on. He's looked a bit like non-existent at times when it's time to defend, and he's looked very good going forward. But so when he did actually bring him on, I was thinking, well, that's a bold move because we know that Mitchell can be better defensively. However, Chilwell didn't really look out of place defensively, which was good. I know one time he got bodied, which was, I don't know who was a buy. But apart from that, he was going in for slide tackles. I think he had like a very nice block when we had 9 men towards the end of the game. So defensively, I think that was Chilwell's best game. It's only right that we talk about Gay here as well. We spoke about Nketiah. We're saying, it was just crazy. 10 minutes. You should have done better.
For both of you, do you think that first yellow from Mark is a yellow?
No,
I thought he got the ball from my end, but I don't know. It was all the way on the other side of the pitch.
I don't think it was anywhere near a yellow. No chance.
What about the second one?
The second one I do think is the yellow.
Second the yellow because again it's a high foot and he goes down to the guys, I guess, into his chest. He doesn't really bend down, so second, but the first one's very, very soft. I feel bad. Listen, I think both red cards were, one of the 2 fouls they could have got away with. But Anthony Taylor, by the way, didn't have a good game today.
No, he was terrible.
Didn't get a good game at all today. So I mean,
in what regards?
Yeah,
the red cards were they too harsh, or is it?
I think the red cards are harsh. I think there were other plays in there, fouls that he didn't call. There's like one on Sard that he didn't call a foul on.
Yep.
There are other. I just thought. I don't rate him as a referee anyway, but I just don't think today he had a great game. And again, I think both set of fans are saying you don't know what you're doing to him. So when both fans are saying that to a referee, I mean, what else can you say? So
right, yeah.
I think he tried to let the game go by. Which at times was frustrating.
Except it was selective. It was selective. He didn't always try to let the game go. It was very strange. It was a very strange performance by him. I thought he was incredibly inconsistent the entire game, which is why both sets of fans were getting all over him. And I can't say they weren't wrong. He was really inconsistent the whole game.
Yeah. What about when it comes to Mateta today? Of course, he got subbed off again. He did score the goal. What do you lot make of his performance? Because ever since that injury, he has been getting subbed off. Some people saying he hasn't been good enough. For example, against the likes of Southampton and against Fulham, he got subbed off as well. But what was your thoughts on Mateta today?
Go ahead,
Patrick. I thought he was great. I thought he played really well. I'm so glad he got the goal again. the guy is right-footed, but scores some ridiculously good left-footed shots. He just really does. It's amazing. It reminds me of that goal. Reminded me of the goal he scored against United last season. But
Yeah.
worked really hard. Held the ball up. Tried to bring others into play again. Coming off the injury, getting a goal in the third match back is massive. So no, I'm so happy he scored today. We needed it. We needed him to come through today, and he did. I thought he played really well today.
Yeah, I thought so too. He was, and he always works hard. He always works hard. I mean, if he keeps getting goals like this, water polo helmet Mateta is going to be a meme, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
That was a finish and a half. I know I
Yeah.
said it earlier on the show, but that was a finish and a half. It was absolutely incredible. How many goals has he got now?
13, Patrick? Do you have
13 in the league? 13 in the league, 16 overall.
Yeah.
Surely
Wow.
he can hit 15 in the league.
Do you think?
I hope so.
Do you think he
8,
gets to
7, 8
20
games.
in all competitions? 20 in all competitions?
I mean, there's 2 potential FA Cup games, 1 FA Cup for now, so there isn't that many games left even in all competitions. But look, he scores in big moments and not just like goals. There's some great
Yeah.
finishes as well. The finishes are actually class. Look who's here.
Yeah, there he is.
Yeah. Hey, main man T. Main man T.
Wait, we're eating food. I'm shocked. You guys are eating food. I don't believe you're eating food, Louis.
Whilst I'm doing the show here, these lot eating.
Hey man, I was starving, bro.
Yeah.
All right. All day, man. What you want from me, man?
What a game to come down to, though.
I know, man. What a fantastic ego. Where's them Kamada apologies, bro? In the chat.
Hold up.
Send your form in.
Hold up.
Kamada apologies.
Yo,
How about you
Louis.
sit down? We talk about Munoz. How about you sit down? We talk about Munoz. Yeah. How about you sit down? We talk about Munoz because once again he was in my ear all game talking about Munoz, saying
Don't go live. Don't go
Yeah,
fucking nonsense.
yeah. You sit down. I will. Sit down. Let's talk about Munoz. Because once again it was half time. He's complaining. He's saying no. Technically, he's this. He's that.
But no,
And
say
then-
what I said. If you're gonna say it.
Okay. What did he say then?
I said Munoz lacks a quality in the final third, which he did,
Oh wait.
and he got a goal. It was a massive deflection, but that don't take away.
No,
was a massive
it wasn't
deflection?
a
No, it
massive
wasn't.
deflection.
No, it wasn't
It wasn't
a
massive.
massive
deflection.
It was
Massive
slight.
He was
Louis,
trying to
don't
get
do
the
that,
massive
buddy.
deflection.
Don't do that. Don't do
Yeah,
that.
No.
yeah.
You know when
It
he
was
scored the
slight.
goal? You know when
It
he
was
scored the
slight.
goal? He was trying to gaslight me, saying it was a deflection. I don't know if it's even his goal. Like,
It was barely a
I'm
deflection.
thinking,
D.
like, I saw it with my eyes.
Was it a deflection?
Barely.
Louis,
Barely.
I love you.
Like,
It was
I feel
barely.
like
It
that, man.
was barely.
I was
No,
at
it
the
wasn't
game. I was
massive.
behind the goal.
I was at the game as well. I was
Nah,
right next to you, and I
don't do
didn't
that.
see a
Don't do
deflection
that.
like
Don't do
that.
Because now you
Even
look
then, I
like you
didn't
really
see
hate the
deflection
guy.
like that.
Don't do that. Like you hate the guy. Don't do that. You're looking like you hate Munoz. Don't do that, bro. You're
Nah,
better
he
than that.
just
You're better
every
than that.
time he talks bad about him, he scored another goal.
He's just deflecting because his Nketiah shouts ain't working today.
Or at least we spoke about Nketiah.
Yeah.
At least we spoke about Nketiah. We said that he could have done better. It's disappointing. But, you know, when you're wrong, you have to admit when you're wrong. Once again, you're wrong about Munoz, which is fine. See, what do you make of the game, man?
I mean, you don't chat shit, bro. You know nothing.
Okay, what do you know? You gotta sit down.
Everything. I know everything.
He doesn't know anything. You're slandering Munoz.
This is
And-
chaos right now.
and now look at
Absolute
him.
chaos right now.
And
It's
now
like
look
the
at
game. It's all chaos.
Exactly.
Exactly. You should get a red card. You should get a red card for that. You should get a red card for his Munoz's sake. He was saying put him at right wing back. Was he not saying that before the game?
Who at right wing back?
You said so. You put out a tweet.
I said put me at right wing back for Arsenal away before Wembley.
But he will play with 9 men. We've seen it today. We're playing with 9 men. We were right wing back. But T, going back to you. What do you make of the game?
Man, undefeated trip over here, man. I'm happy. I'm good. I'm good.
It's a good way of putting undefeated because we didn't beat Southampton, but yeah, you are right. We're still
But we
undefeated.
didn't lose to Southampton either.
Yeah, exactly. You're right.
Nah, but man, incredible experience. You know, you wanna win. You wanna have a good match. I was not expecting that though. 3
Yeah.
red cards. That's nuts, man.
3 red cards, and then also at the start of the game, Kamada starting. I thought it's a brave decision because of Wharton and Kamada next to each other, maybe for the physicality. But Kamada, I thought was up there as a man of the matchups.
Yeah, I think any man of the match choices would be very par for the course. He put in a great shift. Shout out to Glasner for having the belief in him, and he has been playing well. You know, he had an assist the other day, and
What?
you know,
What did he make of Soda Spark then? Your first time
Man.
being at South Spark. Did it match expectations?
Homesdale plug though.
Yes.
Come on, bro.
Yes.
Come on.
Yes.
Huh?
He's that wanted him in the main stand. I come through clutch. He was in the lower Homesdale tee.
Yeah, he's talking to Patrick.
Shout out to Louis for that.
No,
But-
wait,
Shout out
Louis,
to Patrick for the opportunity.
Wait again. Thank you. Calm down. I got who got him the ticket? Me or you? The original
I
ticket. Who
said-
got
I
him the
got
ticket,
him
me or you?
I got him a Homesdale
I said
ticket.
shout out
No,
to you
the
first, Patrick.
original
Shout out to you
ticket.
first.
Who got it for him?
Patrick, calma,
Yeah, exactly.
calma.
Yeah, you
Because
should
without
calm down.
Patrick, without
You
Yeah,
need to
yeah,
calm
you
down
calm down,
today. You're
buddy.
out of. You lost your mind.
Calma,
Calm down.
You can't.
You've lost your mind. Deflection,
Let
bad
me say
take,
this.
Munoz, bad
Let me
take,
say this.
They
ticket,
call me
bad
Clutch.
take.
Without Patrick, I
call me
don't even
Clutch.
make the trip. Without Patrick, I don't even make the trip. Trip don't happen. Southampton doesn't happen either.
Yeah, exactly.
Anytime.
So
T,
how about you have the
anytime, my
damn food? I
friend.
see you.
You're welcome.
This guy, bro.
But yeah,
I gotta
literally, it was-
mark this down so when I go to Selhurst, Patrick's my call. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, Patrick. Yeah, Patrick is your decision. Yeah, Patrick is a plug. But yeah, regarding the game, what else do you think of the red cards?
I mean, I feel like
Right decision. Nketiah, Gahey.
I didn't really see as much of Gahey's. I have to see that back, but Nketiah seemed like it definitely was a red card. That was a bonehead play for him. And then Van Hecker, his was coming too. So, I mean, I don't think anything that was crazy, but you know,
Someone said careful, D. He's got a soda on. I think that's what's giving him the energy. I think that's what's getting him gassed up.
Get the badge in.
Yeah, you get the badge in. Get his bozo.
Bro, stop. Why are you acting up on because there's 227 people in here, yeah?
I'm always like this. I'm always like this. People like, bro, stop doing this.
shout out to the 225 people, man.
Exactly. If you're
Food review on the Tasty Jerk, though.
that's for the vlog.
No, man.
Go ahead.
It's an insight, bro.
This shit is A1.
Just quickly. Do you want to say anything about the game?
Listen, fuck Brighton, 2-1. That's all I have to say today.
You was nervous though. You sat down.
I'm always nervous.
Demonetized. We just got demonetized. Nice one, Louis.
Yeah, well done, buddy.
What?
Yeah.
No, so only for 10 minutes, after 10 minutes.
Yeah.
First 10 minutes, actually.
Yeah.
I know, listen, I know YouTube bull.
Yeah, trust me. You watch a lot of YouTube. I send him a lot of people watching a lot of YouTube. Don't say anything, innit? We're watching a lot of YouTube content creators.
Kamada, apologies. Get them in ASAP.
You send your Munoz apology before asking people.
I will never stand down about what I say about Munoz, but I say positive things about him. You're just trying to create a narrative because you've got the camera in front of you.
Apparently, I'm acting up for the camera. I'm acting up for the camera. All right. What about where we are on the league table? Is it still possible, Patrick? Tim?
No, don't talk about Euro.
Nah.
What? What? I didn't
Like,
understand the question. What's the question?
The league position right now, after beating Brighton, I think we're only 4 points behind them. Is it still possible?
Okay. I'll say it again.
Yeah,
My
is there
focus is the FA Cup. I don't want to talk about the league. I'm glad we won today. I'm not focused on the league. This is all gravy. You know when you have a nice meal, you put gravy on the top. This is the gravy, D. I'm good. All right, I'm focused on the FA Cup. When we're out, I'll go back to the league. Right now, it's all about the cup, bro. This is just
100%. That's a
what do you
million
think? What do you think, Tim?
No, 1,000,000%. I mean, you look, the only thing that I'm looking at as far as the table is concerned, I think Glasner's right. You go out to win every single game, so you keep your form. You keep your form going into the FA Cup, and then everything is into the FA Cup. That is, I mean, look, man, that you keep pushing, you keep winning because winning is contagious.
Yeah, and it was
There you go.
it was important. This game was very important because not just for the league table, but looking at the performance of Southampton, we just needed to bounce back. We needed to bounce back, and we managed to get the job done like that, which was very important. We're not talking about food.
Yeah.
They done had different items I couldn't say. You know what I'm saying?
What do you make of
Hey, big up Joe Ward, God Squad, the originator,
I never
the
thought,
vicar.
I never thought that would finish a game with Joe Ward, Ben Chilwell, Jefferson Lerma.
And eight guys.
You was not happy with Joe Ward coming on,
9
though.
players.
He was slandering Joe Ward in the last.
He was, and he was like slandering him loud, like.
Go on, apologies.
I'm not apologizing to Joe Ward.
No, but Joe Ward's sub made more sense than Nathaniel Klein, though. I didn't call you out at the time because I was
Yeah.
like nervous about the game, but
You said it
Hey,
gave
look, and Wardy's header at the end. He had another
Yeah,
big.
yeah,
He had another
Why
big
did he
header
not
at
want
the
Brighton
end.
coming up with the final
I'm
fight?
sorry, Joe Ward. I give a fuck. I mean, I wasn't scared.
He's gonna walk out here. You can say sorry for Joe Ward.
Hey,
You
I
can say
would
sorry
say-
for Nketiah.
I don't
I'll
have no
say sorry
problem.
for Munoz.
I'm not saying sorry
I
for
don't have no
Nketiah.
problem saying sorry for Joe Ward, but that don't change the fact that yes, I was scared as hell, like everybody else when he was coming into the match.
I
Y'all-
was.
No,
I
you
wasn't
know
worried.
what?
I wasn't worried.
serious?
I wasn't worried. We had God with us.
I thought it made sense. I thought the Joe Wood sub made more
Here we
sense
go,
than the
here we
final
go.
plan coming on.
Here
It
we
did
go.
though. It did
You
though.
see,
It did though.
D said bring Romain Essay on centre back.
Do you think I really? Do you really think I'll say Romain Essay?
Play out from the back with
On
Romain
a
Essay.
serious note, though, on a serious note, I had to give credit to Joe Ward because the situation, we just lost our captain. He comes on the pitch, hasn't played. That was his first Premier League appearance, by the way, all season. Because he only played against, Norwich, I guess. Yeah, Norwich was the last thing played in the Cup. For him to come on that game under the pressure of, at that point, it was definitely still 11 men versus 9, right? Because they hadn't gotten their red card yet. So for him to come on and help us get that win, I'm not a massive Joe Ward fan in 2025, but I am today. That was brilliant by him to come on and get that win. I got to give him credit. Sorry, I'm giving him credit.
1,000,000%. Absolutely.
All jokes aside,
like what
though,
Gaurav said here. He's a freaking legend, man. And he gets the header again. That's all he does. Joel Ward just does essential headers. That's what he does.
Yeah. All jokes aside, though, we're laughing at it. It was a great game.
Good player there.
I think T couldn't have chosen a better game to go to as well.
Oh no way.
Solas was rocking
But that
today.
Gage's there. Gage
I
is
am
going home
so
now
jealous,
after a red
T.
card.
I am massively jealous, man. But good for you. What an incredible experience.
I think
man.
that's the best atmosphere I've seen at Solas
Joe Ward
in a long time.
Joe Ward.
just
Go on, have you seen any?
See, look, T's getting nervous now.
He's getting
Joe Ward's
nervous.
there, yeah.
Hey, T's spinning food out his
T-
mouth.
yeah.
T's fine. He's not going to do anything.
Please, Joel, sign this for me, Joel. Please. My favorite player,
Hey.
Joel.
No, but Joe Wood is he's a great servant. He's been a great servant. He's come off the bench once again. And it's not easy when you don't play for that long. He's had an injury as well, by the way. It's not like he's just been sitting on the bench. He's had injuries. He came in and once again, I think, of course, we need to strengthen in defence. And today showed another reason why. I think we need one centre back by minimum, arguably two, depending on what happens with the Gay situation. But yeah, like, we still have players that understand this fixture that could still put a body in the line. Like Joe Ward is still a great servant, and of course we didn't want that situation to happen, but he did. But what happened? You know, he still stood up. He stood up, and that's what makes him a great player. Because you know he's barely had any minutes apart from the Ham-Cam game. I think did he even play? Yeah, I think he played in that game.
He played in the second half.
Yeah,
He did,
and then
he
what?
did.
Ham-Cam, and then I
He had a
can't
cup
remember the
game.
last time he played. Exactly.
He had a cup match, didn't he?
Yeah. I think so. I can't
Might
remember.
have been
what
league-
cup-
might have been League Cup.
Yeah, Norwich
He
game.
played the Norwich game way back in August. Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I still think we probably move on from him after the season ends, and maybe one of the two of Nathaniel Klein or him. I don't know what the club's going to pick, but on days like this, when we get 2-1 victory and he plays a part with 9 men, it's not easy as well. By the way, coming off the bench.
Remember the last time we went down to 9 men?
When was that?
And that 3-0 at home to Fulham. You see the
It was
difference?
brutal, man. It was
That's
it was
the big
awful.
difference.
Oh, was that recently?
That was last.
Under Vieira?
Was it under Vieira, Pat? It was the start of the bad run, wasn't it? Or just
Yeah,
after the World Cup.
Under Vieira, under Vieira.
Yeah.
Just after
it
the
was.
World Cup.
Was it 9 men?
9 men, yeah.
9 men,
Tompkins got
two
sent off.
red cards.
Tompkins and someone else.
I think this is the first time we've won with 9 men.
Honestly, when we went down to 10 men and then Lacroix got injured and then 1 minute later it was down to 9 men with like 10 minutes left. It was
Scary times.
yeah, it was. But they didn't really look like scoring. I don't know if it looked like that on the TV, but they didn't really look like they was threatening too much. It was a lot of approach.
No, not too much. No, not.
You
too
know
much.
what? You have to give a lot of credit to our organization, not just
Yes.
today, but just all along. Because you're right. There was the Ajari had a shot. Obviously, the Henderson saved right at the end when we went for the corner. But that
Beleva
aside,
has one outside.
Belay,
outside the
Belay. I
box.
think they only had 4 shots, and I think he made 3 of those saves. Henderson. But no, I think today just the whole the back three, obviously starting with Lerma, Gahey, and Lacroix, and then obviously when Wardy comes in, they did a great job, man. As a team, you know, Kamada, Wharton was really good today, breaking up play and hold on to the ball, making forward passes. Eze with the 2 assists. I thought, listen, man, this is a day to congratulate the entire squad because basically
Yep.
with the sub concussion, we played what 17 players played today on that pitch today. That's mad. 17 players
I
on that
thought
pitch.
Lerma was really impressive as well. Just
Yeah, he
being able to
was.
change.
I was saying
Very.
the reason why he looked so good at the back is because in midfield, his passing, like he's passed a
yeah.
bit more, but in defense,
He
he's
hasn't
the
got,
basics.
he hasn't
He's the
got to play with
basics.
his back to goal when
Yeah,
he's at the back.
Yeah,
Everything's in front of him.
Yeah, you got Munoz there. If Munoz not an option, he just kicks it up there. So it's like it's not as bad.
So he's
Whereas-
a higher level passer for a center back,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
a lower level passer as a midfielder.
Yeah, because in midfield you demand a lot more. You need to be creative. You're going to be closed in a bit more.
Yep.
We're playing with back three, so he's got a bit more. You've got Henderson there. If Lafra's getting marked out, so I think that helped him, and I think he's going to be playing in defence going against City. Anything else before we wrap up?
Look at that comment from Mitch about what Glasner said. He got asked a question. You had a long chat with Anthony Taylor. What did you say? Glasner said it was not a long chat. It was shorter than the additional time.
Fantastic quote.
Yeah.
What did he say?
No, Glasner basically had a chat after the game with Anthony Taylor. He said it was shorter than the additional time.
I said he was shorter.
I love
shorter
that.
than the
I love
additional
our
time.
manager. This guy is amazing. I love our manager. We have to get it over the line.
Shall I bring Munoz onto the show right now? Are you
I'll
answering
tell him about himself. I'll challenge him to 2-touch. He can outrun me, but he ain't beating me at 2-touch.
Hey, you're probably gonna do deadlifts today.
Yeah, Munoz gonna celebrate with leg day.
He's gonna celebrate. Where is he? He's probably just right around there. Bring him on, and then maybe you answer. Yes, sir. Yeah, you answer to Munoz.
Pat, it's gonna be a fun player ratings, man.
Oh, we're not doing it tomorrow. I canceled
Man.
it.
Huh? I see you laughing.
Imagine not doing a player ratings for this one, but doing it for Southampton. But yeah, I won't be here anyways. Why laughing?
Tell the people where you're going, D. Tell the people. We want to know.
I'm going on vacation.
Yeah,
Nice.
well
Where you going,
earned,
man?
by the way. Enjoy yourself. You
These
deserve it.
mums been messaging him saying, "Why didn't you take a jacket out? Look, he's in a short sleeve."
What's wrong with this guy? You just can't. You can't handle it. Look at him. He's just getting Stone Island now,
bro. It's not.
He's getting Stone Island now. He's getting Stone Island now. Oh, look at me. I've got Stone Island. Ooh. Anyways, this guy, I don't know what he's drunk, but he's drunk something good. Yeah, is there anything else to add?
No, that's it.
All
We're
good.
up 2-0 on Forest. We're good. Good day for Palace. Great day for you guys. I'm glad you guys can enjoy it. Big up to T. Big up to Louis. Big up to D. Nice job. Great job with
Great
the
job,
watch
guys.
along there, Tim. Great job today.
Thanks, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate
we'll
it.
release a vlog as well and play rating. Shout out to Tim, shout out to Alex as well for the watch along. I'll watch it back. I want to see the celebrations and the red card decisions. See the reaction from home. But yeah, it should be good. Enjoy the sun, enjoy the weather, keep safe, people, and we'll be back. And until next time, up the Palace.
Up the Palace.
Back to
Up the Palace.